Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the San Francisco 49ers and the Cleveland Browns.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Here's Stafford now on 2nd down. And this is incomplete.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13. From the gun, here's Stafford. And he fires one that's intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it, and the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. That's now a 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
Mayfield now on 2nd down. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That one goes for 24 yards. And into the red zone now. And Charles, they told us offense in the red zone was a focus this week in practice.
A huge priority, and the key was to get points, so you know that all the time during the week they talked about executing, taking care of the football, no big mistakes, make sure they put points on the board and come out of it with that.
Jumpy on the right side of the line.
Sometimes when you're on the end, a little bit farther away from the ball, any type of movement will get you to jump, and that's exactly what happened there.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction. They run it with McKinnon. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Second down, Mayfield. Forced out to his left. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on second and a couple. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Well, they would have gotten a conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
This is taken at about the 14. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. A dump down to McKinnon. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Now McKinnon. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complimentary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Detroit! Detroit!
Now a 2nd down throw for Mayfield. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
On third down, Mayfield. It's complete to Grant. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A big gain of 31 on third down.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Detroit! Detroit! Back 99 Philly, here we go!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
Early down stuffs to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Set! Blue 90! Blue 90! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Detroit! 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 Detroit!
Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Browns with a football to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10.
Leopard! Leopard! Gun! 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 Gun!
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And incomplete on the deep ball. Josh Gordon, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that, 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Leopard!
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So 5 yards there as one of the big guys up front moved.
And in a 4-3 front, you've got the 2 defensive tackles right near the football. I know there's a lot of movement around there, but they're always taught to have one eye on the football. Apparently, that didn't happen.
So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5.
Set! Blue 90! Blue 90! Gun! 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 Hot!
From the gun, Mayfield. Just keeping the play alive. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down.
Leopard! Leopard!
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
Mayfield looks to throw. A dump down to McKinnon. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained. So they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. It's the fullback. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns are able to cash in for 6. And when the smaller guy can't power it across the goal line, Charles, sometimes you need to go with a fullback. They did. It worked.
What's that thing about force and mass? How's that?
Oh, yeah. Force equals mass times acceleration.
Oh, that's big-time stuff. That's from the same guy the apple dropped on his head, right?
This is taken at the 3. Gets around him. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And now running right through it. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? The turnover, you just noted it on the first drive.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second, and now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. I think people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
This one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Throwing is Stafford. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Jabril Peppers, the former first-round pick, there on the coverage.
We do see this a lot from rookie quarterbacks, don't we? They kind of lock in on their intended target. A lot of times they establish that buddy, that guy they depend on, and, boy, defenses zero in on it, don't they?
A little bit too telegraphed that time, and that's why it's knocked away.
22!
Third and long, it's Stafford. And able to haul it in is Kittle. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. To throw on second down is Stafford. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. The Niners on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, Stafford. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. They give him 12 yards and a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And they'll run it here. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
From the 50, it's Stafford. Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Off of play action, here's Stafford. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Play action is supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 at their own 13.
Hurry up, here we go.
The drive starts with a handoff to McKinnon. Look at the spin.
Balance.
An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
Dance class, anyone? Did you see the steps between the quarterback and the running
That's
back
what you
on
need
that
for a
counter
good
play?
counter.
You have to have it because you're setting up your blocking. There's a timing element as well, but they have to marry up their steps. Otherwise, that timing gets thrown out the window.
Timing was great there and a big run.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Detroit, Detroit. All right, now, lucky 56, lucky 56.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Faulkner in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Gone, 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 gone. Gone, 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 gone.
Throwing, Mayfield. Buying time to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep back over the middle. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd. So 1:56 to play in this first half. More from Cleveland after this. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Gone, gone. Gone, 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 gone.
And for Mayfield, this could be a free play. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. And the penalty, it helps a little, but they'll still have to navigate a 3rd and 9 now.
Lucky 56. Gone, 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 gone.
Mayfield to throw it. Going up top. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. The crowd maybe losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy? So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Stafford now to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. He's continuing to be a big presence defensively. Remember last week, AFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a big pick right there.
And when you pile up big numbers, it gets everyone's attention. But sometimes the number just needs to be, how many game-changing plays did you make? Did you take the ball away from the other team? He just did that, trying to win the award again this week.
So step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know, defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that one.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. Green.
Play fake. Mayfield. Steps away to his left. Over the middle, complete. That's Bird. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
A first down throw for Mayfield. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Josh Gordon hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. And it was a tight window. He knew he had to rocket that thing in there. He got it done.
And when you're able to complete one like that, your confidence has to just go sky high. You just mentioned it. Tight window, zings it in there despite excellent coverage. Result, touchdown.
Mayfield, and the Niners get there and bring him down.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and do it.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This is taken at his 4. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The 49ers getting set to trot out there. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Line of scrimmage, the 31, as they line up 2nd and 10. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he stopped immediately there.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Set. Lady. Hey, go here.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Mayfield now. He's going to float this one deep right side. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Gone!
Now Mayfield. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Here's Mayfield. Being chased out left. Shakes off the sack. He may try and run for this. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. So we have reached halftime here in Cleveland with the Browns on top. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. In on the stop, it was Tarvarius Moore. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They run once more with McKinnon. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So after the run by McKinnon, here's 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Detroit. No. Check. Patriot.
And Mayfield just getting the play off. Flush to his right. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we get back. And on the ground they go with a running back. And they get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That good for 22 and a first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. McKinnon. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Well, that's the desired outcome coming out here in the second half of being able to run the football and establish a little bit of pace and maybe even a bit of dominance at the line of scrimmage. And they want that to continue. Way too early to think about this being ball control time. But the way they're running it, you got to think they may want to continue that and see if they can go ahead and grind their opponents into submission.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Check, Patriot! Patriot! Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. A dump down to McKinnon. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. So offside's the call, and they understandably decline it.
And this is why we're seeing more and more teams hiring that one coach to the staff that's in charge of all these things. This one's minor. It's pretty easy to figure out. But all the game management stuff, trying to help out the head coach in his decision-making process.
Now let's go.
On the give, this is their fullback. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Out here in the eye.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
And now whistles and a flag. And I think we got a jump here. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty. First and goal. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. It's the fullback with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Browns add on to their lead. And he's got it up and through. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
21.
On second down, here's Stafford. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
On third down, Stafford. The kicker here, it's complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They are going to go for it. It's Stafford. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45.
Set. 280. 4 down. Hey, give me radar.
On first down, Stafford here. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff.
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. To the air again, Stafford. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Stafford. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, they really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. Then he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play, stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
The Niners on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
Hey, 4 down. Jumbo.
They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. And that is incomplete. Derek Kindred there to get a hand on that one.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down.
Set. 280. 11.
They snap it to Stafford. Throwing right, and that's complete. But he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. And we're back now here in Cleveland. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. It's 1st and 10 from the 12.
Set.
They'll fake it. Now Stafford. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. E.J. Gaines the one that time to knock it away. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And they'll go on the ground. And a across the chalk, into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the 49ers get a score closer. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that will get him one closer. Gold now out to kick it away. Jakeem Grant now to return. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Detroit! Detroit! Hey, alert 48. Hey, we don't like the 48 right now.
Now Bray. He's going to look deep down the field. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Here's Stafford now on 2nd down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
21.
Stafford on 1st down. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin. That'll bring up 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Stafford. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 1. Again, it's Stafford. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and they picked up a 1st down for him, too.
Deep ball for Goodwin. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. picked off by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Gone, gone! Gone, gone!
They'll come out throwing here on first down. A dump down to McKinnon. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, fourth quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies.
All right, here we go.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19. Hey, switch. Shut down. Motion. Check.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Screen play, McKinnon. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
Now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. And this will be caught at the 30. Give him 35 yards there on the 3rd down conversion.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it.
Now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
He'll look to throw. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw again. And almost intercepted. It would have been his 2nd pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
I know in every game we do, we talk about momentum. That was a momentum play lost. And now, there could be a...
And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Jerick McKinnon, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns add 6 to their lead.
Well, Brandon, he just followed his nose, and his nose took him to the end zone. But how about the big guys up front, giving him at least a stalemate in order to find that space?
Yeah, the O-line won the battle in the trenches there, didn't they? Gonzalez now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field.
White.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. Now he'll let this one go deep. He's got a man complete. And all the way down to the 35. A big play there for the Niners. And even 40 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35.
Set. 250.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Now a play fake, and it's Stafford. Now a desperation throw deep, and it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Or has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
He'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Solomon Thomas in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Now a first down throw. Stafford over the middle to Kittle. Complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game.
Hey, give me radar. Let's go. Pick it up, set.
On first down at Stafford. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Now Stafford. Now a desperation throw deep. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. Runs through the contact. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Toss play to McKinnon. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18.